I've been waiting to get to you because I know you have something to say to the fellas, and we have something to say back. All the fellas, all races, creed, color, social statuses. We'll tackle issues like jobs, fatherhood, education, the justice system. Join me right here on WYAM. Curtis Taylor, I bring you something for the fellas. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Something for the Fellas. I'm glad that everyone's tuning in. I'm grateful and very appreciative of it. We're thankful to come before you. We count it a blessing today. On tonight's broadcast, what we're going to do is we're going to tackle this epidemic and this issue that's real prevalent in today's society. This issue has been making headlines for a long time, and it's a situation that needs to be addressed. We're going to try to make you aware of this situation. And the topic we're going to be featuring tonight is bullying. And with that being said, this bullying thing has been going on basically since the beginning of time, if I could use that as an analogy. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to put out this information because I feel like with you guys being aware of this issue and how serious this matter is, that you'll be able to make more informative decisions based upon this. And what I'm going to do at this time is introduce my featured guest, Mr. Keith Reed. Keith, if you would, go on and tell everyone what you do and the program that you're in charge of, and we'll go on from there.
All right. Well, first off, thank you so much for letting me come and be a part of your show tonight. And I want you to know that what we're talking about tonight is something that has been going on for a whole lot of times. But just to give you a little background on me, I live in Huntsville. I'm actually the founder and executive officer of Operation Making a Difference, which is a youth program that we deal with at-risk youth. And basically what we do is that we teach them how to be better kids in society. We deal with youth from the ages of 10 to 18, but we also, as I say that, but at this time we actually have a couple of 9-year-olds that are in our program.
Right.
Now, other than doing what I do as far as within, that clamor right there, I'm also a Madison County deputy, which I have been in law enforcement now going on for 17 years.
Right.
But my passion has always been is dealing with kids, working with kids, trying to keep kids off the street. So that's a lot of basically what we do. Our program is basically geared to help individuals to just get themselves back on the right track.
Right. Now, quick question before we go any further. Your program is basically based in Huntsville, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But as we go further to the show, and I'm going to allow you the opportunity to put more information out there about your program, even though it's based in Huntsville, do we still have do you have things set up to where people from the Decatur area or Madison or surrounding areas could also be a part of that?
Exactly, yes we do. Also we have people that come from all different parts of the different counties, not just here within the Decatur, but also we even go back on the other side of Marshall County. We go much deeper, just all around kids. The kids come from everywhere. They come from everywhere.
Wow, that's a good deal. And you say you got to, even though the age range you also have a couple of 9-year-olds involved in the program.
At this point in time right now, yes, we do have a couple of 9-year-olds that are in our program, and they're doing the same things that our kids from the ages of 10 to 18 do.
Okay, good deal. Now, another question that I would have for that, as far as that goes, now we know you have the kids and everything that's set up for your program, but what type of involvement what role do the parents play?
Our parents play a very big role within our program. Prime example that our program is geared to deal with kids that come through our program on Monday nights and Thursday nights.
Okay.
On Thursdays, every kid that is in our program, all the parents must attend our program. They must attend.
So they have to have that interaction.
So we have to have that parent involvement because it's like anything else. Everything starts at home.
Right.
So that is the reason why we have to make it a point that we keep the parents involved with the kids.
Right. Well, the reason I chose to have Mr. Keith Reed with me tonight, not only because of his background as far as Operation Making a Difference, or MAD, if you would, as relating to his job as being a Madison County deputy, which he has 17 years of law enforcement background, but I chose him because he's been on the radio version of Something for the Fellas where we actually tackled this same issue, and with the overwhelming response that we've received from that topic, I decided, and along with him, I got in contact with Keith and asked if he would do this for me to where we would actually make a TV version of that same topic. Now, the reason we chose this because we see all of the headlines, and we hate to see these headlines concerning bullying, especially when it's concerning our children, or not necessarily just our children, but children, period, as a whole in general. And with that being said, we chose to do this topic we're going to put some information out there. We want everyone to not let this information fall on deaf ears. We're just not out here taking this hour and like I said, I appreciate you taking the hour out of your time to tune in to this broadcast. But we don't want you to do is let some information fall on deaf ears. We want to put this information out there, and we want you to apply it to the best of your ability. Now, with that being said, we know that bullying does take place. We know what happens. Now, look at me when I say this, and I want to come straight into this camera right now. If you have been a victim of bullying, or if you're a bully yourself, if you know someone, or you have a loved one, a family member, someone that you even care about, or even a friend, take this information to heart. Don't let it be a situation to where it doesn't affect me, or it doesn't involve anyone I know, or whatever the case may be. And last but certainly not least, don't let it be a situation of it doesn't matter until it affects you directly. We definitely don't want that to happen. And with that being said, we compiled a lot of information, and I know Keith, Mr. Reed, has his own personal experiences that we'll be delving into here shortly. But as far as compiling the information that I did, as far as tackling this issue, the four major forms of bullying are physical bullying, verbal bullying, covert bullying, and as well as cyberbullying. Now, there's so many more different forms of bullying, but these four right here that I just mentioned are definitely at the forefront. And these are the ones that we really want to tackle. So with that being said, physical bullying, and I'm going to give you the definition that they give on that. Physical bullying can be described as or includes hitting, kicking, tripping, pinching, and pushing or damaging property. That's physical bullying. Okay, you got the verbal bullying, which it will be described as or includes name calling, insults, teasing, intimidation, homophobic or racist remarks, or verbal abuse. That would coincide with the verbal. You got the covert, which is, I like the way they use that covert.
Exactly.
They really try to get technical with that.
Exactly.
But covert bullying, it says, is often harder to recognize and be carried out behind the bullied person's back. It is designed to harm someone's social reputation and or cause humiliation. Covert bullying includes lying and spreading rumors, negative facial or physical gestures, menacing or contemptuous looks. Okay? Also playing nasty jokes to embarrass and humiliate, mimicking unkindly, encouraging others to socially exclude someone, damaging someone's social reputation or social acceptance. And those are the ones that they underline with covert bullying. And last but not least is cyberbullying. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that when I say that cyberbullying within the last few years has become the most prevalent form of bullying that's out there. Exactly. And it says cyberbullying is an overt or covert bullying behaviors using digital technologies. Examples include harassment via mobile phone, setting up a defamatory personal website, or deliberately excluding someone from social networking spaces. Cyberbullying can happen at any time. It can be in public or in private, and sometimes only known to target and person bullying. Okay, Keith, we went over these four. They've classified as being the major. Now let's try to break these down if we could. Okay. Let's go with physical bullying. If you would expound on that and the experiences that you've dealt as far as the physical goes.
When you talk about the physical bullying, and always the best example that I can give is that physical bullying actually even starts in nursery school. That's actually where it starts. And the reason is because we see kids that are in nursery school, and when you see kids that are taking things from other kids, things of that nature or whatever, people understand and realize that some people think that that's cute, they think that's fun, they think that's a joke. But that is also, that is the beginning of bullying, because basically what you're showing is that I can easily just take something from you, and I can easily go to someone else and they'll think that it's okay. Right. And again, so when we talk about physical, so that it starts way back then it leads all the way up to what we're seeing within the elementary schools, also within the middle schools, and now it's even gotten into the high schools. Well, we've also seen now that it's gotten even more deep and depth, that it's even more now even to the colleges, that we're seeing a lot of bullying that's going on. As you indicated, when you came and you seen the symposium that we did over at one of the colleges, you would be surprised of how some of the individuals that were actually in that approached me, and they told me that they had actually been being bullied right on college campuses. So it seems to be again that it's taking the forefront. So we're just we're seeing it so much that it is so much that it's so prevalent but it happens so much in the home. When we're seeing physical bullying, we're seeing where mothers and fathers, we're seeing fathers that basically are bullying mothers. We're seeing mothers actually bullying fathers. So again, it just goes all the way back. Just like we always say, everything starts at home.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, good deal. Now, that was a lot. That just goes to show you that this physical form of bullying, if you would, it takes on so many forms, and like he said, it starts at the home. It's so many forms that will take place between the mother and the father and the mother, going on the kids, and vice versa. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break here shortly, and when we come back, we're going to get into these last 3 forms of bullying, and we're going to put some more information out there. But at the time, we'll take a break. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Professionalism in their relationship with you. They provide you with only the highest quality information, services, and products to help you reach your goals.
Wizard Financial is awesome. I recommended them to all my friends and family. My first visit was complimentary. Wizard helped me with my taxes and my retirement. They are excellent.
Since 1929, the directors of Reynolds Funeral Home provide unique funeral services to meet the needs of every family. Our staff of dedicated professionals is available to assist you in making final arrangements, from casket choices to funeral flowers. The directors at Reynolds Funeral Home will guide you through this difficult moment. You're welcome to call us at any time, any day of the week for immediate assistance, or visit our funeral home in person at your convenience. Visit our website.
This mom was lucky that her daughter happened to stop by. Can your mom or dad reach a phone in such an emergency? The solution is Life Alert. Life Alert saves a life from a catastrophe every 11. Is Life Alert. Life Alert saves a life from a catastrophe every 11 minutes.
Linda, thank you for finding Life Alert for me. I feel much safer having it.
Whenever my mother needed help, Life Alert was there.
Because of Life Alert, my mother's life was saved.
Life Alert definitely saved my mother-in-law's life that day. There's no doubt about it.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-806-0850. That's 1-800-806-0850. Call now, 1-800-806-0850. For a free brochure, call 1-800-806-0850, 1-800-806-0850.
Okay, and we're back. For those of you that just may have just now tuned in, I have my special featured guest, none other than Mr. Keith Reed, who is the founder and operating executive officer of Operation Making a Difference for at-risk youth. And on tonight's, topic of Something for the Fellas, we're trying to tackle this issue of bullying. Now, if you've just tuned in, we discussed the 4 major forms of bullying, thereby being physical, verbal, covert, and cyberbullying. Now, we just went over the forms of physical as the way it relates to that. So right now, we're going to go over the verbal bullying, which the verbal also, it includes, as I said earlier, name calling, as well as insults, teasing, intimidation, homophobic or racist remarks, or verbal abuse. Now, you had brought up, Keith, when you were talking about the symposium and everything, where the homophobic, that really struck as far as that part goes, because it also correlates with gay bullying.
Correct.
And it also goes along with the racist remarks. And it's something that you said that night that really struck home with me. And if you want to expound on that, what happened with that one individual, and we'll go ahead and continue to address some of these other forms of verbal bullying, if you would.
Well, we have different situations where the gays, the lesbians, things of that nature, all of that is form of bullying. Whenever you're basically talking about them, we had a situation of where, and actually it was national news, where there was a situation where the one guy had his roommate had taken pictures, or actually he'd taken video of a relations that the person had, his roommate, with another person. Well, actually, he had sent it out through Facebook, through the social media, and we'll talk more about the social media aspect of it. But what happened is that it's sent out through all the campus and everything of that nature, and once it came back, this guy decided that he went and he jumped off a bridge. And that is, that is so much of a form of bullying because of the fact that this person felt like, well, what else can I do now? I mean, everything is out there. It shows that I am not